Strangled in the shadow of the reef. Find the chest, find the peace, find the thief. Wet feet, only when I walk through the mist. Crocodile heart on the end of the fist. Level 60 in the deep, in the dark. Leaving the land with a hollow point mark.
Hey, welcome back, and today there's going to be a lot of traveling involved because the goal is to get the fishing book that will level us up to 225, because right now we are stuck at 150. So starting off right here, we're just finishing some quests in Ashenvale, and this one over here can be a real pain in the butt because what you have to do is go over to a guy in the middle who's dead, inspect his corpse, and then from there you have to get this jewel that drops off one of the murlocs. So going up, I get it just fine, but then this guy comes out of nowhere and jumps me and starts tuning me up really good. But what I'm able to do is get by through him, and I thought about leaving the place, but I decided to stick with it. And I went back in, killed the first guy, got the gem, which is really awesome because there's been plenty of times I've done it where I haven't been able to get it without many kills. Then from there we go over to the Zorm Strand, and it's just typical WoW quest where you have to kill about 20 different Naga. The only thing that's a pain in the butt about it is the female Naga. They'll freeze you in place, so you just have to switch forms, which just costs mana so you can get away from it. These guys are a lot easier. They don't do anything like that. When you get them down low, they just start running, then they get dead. So you just kill 20 of them and you complete that quest right there. So after I get that, I go ahead and I hearth out of there, go back to Astronar, start turning in the quest I just did. Just leveled up, got to level 21, awesome. And now I am heading eastbound and down because I am now going to go over to the Barrens so I can get to Ratchet, collect the flight point there, but even more importantly, get on the boat that will take me to Booty Bay. This is the safest way to get down there, especially for Alliance, especially for Night Elf Alliance. There's only two areas that you really have to look out for. Both of them are in the Barrens. The first is right when you get there. There's going to be an outpost that has very high level guards for the horde, but luckily there's a little fence or a little hole to the left of it where you just go through and it's no big deal. And the second is if you just have your guy on auto run when you get down there, then what happens is you run into another kind of outpost in the middle of it, but you just have to go around it, so it's no big deal at all. So here we are right here. This was just mentioned a little bit ago. And you just go around to the left side. There's the hole in the fence right there, and you miss all the dudes. There's a couple more right over here, so you just have to make sure that you stay away from them over there, and you are good to go. But this is a real cool leveling area for it. It's one of my favorite ones when I do play a horde character. So then we finally make it down to Ratchet right here. We go grab the flight point, of course, and then right on time is the boat coming to pick us up, so we can now head over to Booty Bay. So we get to Booty Bay, we pick up the flight point, fall off the deck, land in the water, get back up out of there. And now to get the book, it cost 1 whole gold. I'm 13 silver short. So what I do is I go over to the leatherworking trainer and start getting some of the coarse thread so I can make some materials to sell them, so I can not only level up my leatherworking but get over a gold so I can get back and get the book. So I get over a gold right over here after I sell a couple of things, buy the book, and now I am going to hit that level 225 fishing cap for it. So after that, the next one is you have to go do a quest line that gets you up to 300, but we'll definitely do that one later because it takes you through some high level zones. So I swim out on the west coast of Booty Bay looking for some pools or something to try to fish. So I find a storm scale eel pool, start fishing out of it right here, just testing it out, trying to level up my fishing here a little bit. And then I believe in the second cast right here, I get a mithril trunk, which is awesome because it has some mage weave cloth and some thick leather that I can sell. That'll get my silver back up just so I can fly somewhere. As you can see right now, I have under 2 silver for it. So that's what I do here for a little bit, is just start fishing right here, hopefully getting some more trunks, but I only get 1 in this one right here, and then leveling up my fishing skills some, because eventually I want to go to Theramore Island and start fishing over there more. So once you get tired of that, I just hearth out of there, go back to Smog City so I can catch a free flight back to Teldrassil and then head on to Darkshore. So back at Darkshore, we fish a little bit, collect a couple things, but what we really want to do is the goal to get on the boat, get to Menethil Harbor, because outside of doing more fishing, we're going to collect some more quests, try to do some easy quests, the ones we can do. Unfortunately, I was still a little bit too low level to complete much over here, but really the main goal was on the western coast of Menethil Island. There's a lot of fishing spots, so there's a lot of oily blackmouth and a lot of washed up, or those wreckages, and hopefully they were a little high level because I really could use some better greens for myself. But the big problem I ran into was that outside of the murlocs, once you get past these guys over here, the rest of them were very, very too high level for me, because at this point, I'm in the low 20s, and most of the mobs we run into here on Theramore Island Menethil Harbor were 25 or above. So if I pull aggro on one of those guys, I am more than likely going to be dead. But fortunately, once I get past these murlocs over here, like I said, I could just aggro those guys, kill them, no problem over there, get rid of them. But once you get past the boat over here where it has the haunted crew for quest line over here, the crocodiles and then the raptors are extremely way higher level than I am. So fortunately, having a druid, I'm able to stealth around him and stuff, but if I was doing this in any other class outside of a druid or a rogue, there is no way I would do this trek ever again. It's not smart at all, because especially in hardcore, all it takes is one wrong click of a mouse button, I aggro these guys right here and they wipe me out, and the Aquatic Outcast adventure is done. But you can see there's some floating wreckages right there, so just make sure no one is going to be able to pull aggro on me. Start fishing them up and collecting what I can as we head northwest through the map over here. You see there's one way over here at the top northwest side. I just forgo it because these raptors over here are way too high level for me. And now what I want to do is I want to go over to Refuge Point, because I want to get the flight path over there as I head to Southshore. There's Dunmortar right there. There's quests you turn in, and the follow-up is an elite quest, so there's no way I can do that. So we continue heading over to Refuge Point. Now again, this was even less smart than going through Menethil Harbor, because the enemies I encounter over here, most of them are question marks, which means they're at least 10 levels higher than me. So if I pull one of these guys, get aggro on them, I'm dead, and this thing is done. But again, fortunately with the druid, able to stealth, able to just sneak past them. So fortunately it was no big deal. But like I said, when I do this challenge again, which I probably will, probably like a warrior, since that would be like literally them and the rogue. It's a toss-up between them and the rogue to see which one would be the hardest one to do, because you have to get a weapon for each of them. And since I can't buy any weapons, then you have to either I can use a fishing pole, or have to get it from a chest somewhere, or maybe somehow get enough or to make something. But anyways, we make it over there, and now we just go get the flight path over here as we continue our trek to Southshore. So for that video, that's going to be it for today. So please like and subscribe.
Water in the veins, the land is a ghost. No trade, no market, just the waves on the coast. Solo self found in the heart of the curse. Hardcore Druid in the black of the hearse. Watch the loot drop, but it stains with the dirt. Purge the Kareens, purge the grays, avoiding the hurt. If it wasn't pulled from the dark of the silt, it's deleted and gone, no more guilt. Strangled in the shadow of the reef. Find the chest, find the peace, find the thief. Wet feet, only when I walk through the mist. Crocodile hard on the end of the fist. Level 60 in the deep, in the dark. Leaving the land with a hollow point mark. Naga armor on the frame, scales in the skin. Gathering kelp while the cold air gets thin. Undersea chemist with official burn. Alchemy is the only way that I earn. No skin in the beast, no mind in the ore. If it's not from the trunk, I don't want it no more. Wet feet rule, keep them soaked in the gray. Merlick is screaming, but he's in the way. Strangled in the shadow of the reef. Find the chest, find the peace, find the thief. Wet feet, only when I walk through the mist. Crocodile heart on the end of the fist. Level 60 in the deep, in the dark. Leaving the land with a hollow point mark. Don't touch the grass. Don't look at the sun. The purge is coming. The hunt has begun. Strangled in the shadow of the reef. Find the chest, find the peace, find the thief. Wet feet, only when I walk through the mist. Crocodile heart on the end of the fist. Level 60 in the deep, in the dark. Leaving the land with a hollow point mark. Wet feet, purge the land.